It's a tomahawk drop.
You're not ready.
Consult Tennessee Titans tickets before taking Schedule Rizzy. Side effects include altitude sickness, gridlock, hand, foot, and mouth disease, imposter syndrome, heat stroke, crapping out, melancholy, general malaise, jet lag, jock itch, diarrhea, heartburn, nausea, and slurred speech.
Just a few glimpses of the awesome work done by those who actually put in the time to create a compelling, entertaining, and humorous schedule release video. But as we noticed last night, Chris, the Eagles mailed it in because the Eagles care about a different kind of competition. When you have won a Super Bowl and you're the favorite to win another one, the schedule release video is very far down on your list of business and football priorities.
I didn't even know that, really. I mean, I haven't seen everything that's out there. I was more focused kind of just on the schedules, kind of getting my thoughts with that, right? I saw some clips of certain ones, certainly, but like that's one of the reasons I'm excited for the show today is just because I know Pete Demolitolitis and Kristen back there and everybody have accumulated a lot of these videos to watch. So I have no clue what you're talking about with the Eagles, but the Eagles basically went just like, here's the schedule, business as usual. That's the approach they took. I did not know that.
It was a close-up of the Lombardi Trophy with some orchestral music behind it.
Mic drop.
That's the ultimate, right?
Right.
Like, what do we have to spend time on? We've already spent the time and the effort, and we plan to do it again for something that actually matters. That would be their attitude. I prefer to be entertained. I prefer to find humor, like the Chargers with their Minecraft-inspired video that had in the closing credits the Thrilla in Vanilla Latte recreated.
That was
Although
good.
that isn't quite how it went down. There were
Right.
no slaps or punches. And if anything, it was Schultz that was the aggressor, not Rappaport. That video made Rappaport look like the aggressor and the winner. And also the height disparity wasn't quite reflected by the Minecraft characters. The Titans side effects video.
Right. And I couldn't hear all of it there, but I would love to watch that again at some point.
So-
I know we're going to get to it.
The whole commercial was a spoof of the never-ending.
Right.
And
Call
I
your
wanna be
doctor
careful
if
what I
your head
say.
falls off and your shoulder
I-
falls off. Like, yeah, I know, right.
I want to be careful what I say because some of these medications have been
They'll
part
kill
of
you
the
in a
show.
second. They will pharmaceutically kill you in a second. They know people.
But it was very well done. It took a little while to get to the meat, but the meat was the side effects. And that's how they revealed their schedule. And they took a shot at every team. And you have to listen and watch, which isn't as hard as walking and chewing gum, but like Browns, diarrhea. You just, it's great. And my only regret, when they did the Jaguars, instead of jock itch, they could have gone with swamp ass. I don't think swamp ass has really become mainstream. If swamp ass ever makes its way into one of these videos, then we know that it really has broken through into mainstream football culture.
Yeah, it's not there yet. It's not. It's catching on, and I know more and more people talk about it. And of course, I have people that joke around with me, but that's one where I feel like I'm going to have to get home later and put the volume up on the computer a little bit and sit there and be like, wait, what did they say right here? Because I saw, like, what did they say about Vrabel? They said something about him there in the middle with the Patriots as well, right? And I couldn't quite catch that either.
Malaise. I think malaise.
Melancholy. Something melancholy. Right. So, yeah, that's very well done, and it's cool, and I'm excited to see some of these as we go forward here.
When they put the Texans up, the message was imposter syndrome.
I don't get it. Wait, what do you mean? Why would it be that?
Because it's Texans Titans.
Oh,
it's the whole
right.
Pete.
Right.
Let me Pete.
Right.
Pete. I'm capable of explaining this. You don't have to talk to us about it. because of the whole Houston Oilers, Houston Texans, and all that back and forth, and they've got their blue.
right.
So
That's good out. That's good.
So yeah. Right. It's good. It's worth your time. Very well done and different from the others. The challenge is to come up with something different and unique. You saw the Ravens with, I guess, the Severance spoof. I've never made it past the first episode, folks. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Maybe that makes me not hip, not cool. I like Ben Stiller. Don't like his show. I'm sorry. But that apparently has something to do with Severance.
Right. Yeah.
Which I keep hearing is really good. And sometimes there's that part of me that if people keep telling me something's really good,
no, not you. No, really? I never heard that before.
As I've spent the last 4 years trying to convince Miles Simmons why he should watch Back to the Future, and he refuses to do it. I guess he's just emulating me in that regard. The Minecraft theme for the Chargers video, and we're going to play all of it later in the program. As it turns out, the Colts had a Minecraft-themed video as
I can't believe this. Right.
And the Colts video was deleted without explanation. Now, I asked the Colts, and it was almost like their PR person was surprised I would even ask. Like, oh, I'll look into it. It's like, well, you're not like
paying attention to the biggest news going on in your team now? It's the biggest thing going.
Look into it. Like, what in the hell? And I never heard back after that, but the first thought was, because the thing opens week 1 against the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill is depicted in this Minecraft spoof as a dolphin that's being arrested by the Coast Guard. That was the most over-the-top joke.
Okay.
Of the
so you
thing.
thought it was taken off maybe because of that, right?
I thought maybe because of that, right. But I believe
that's really
it's as
funny.
simple as this.
Yeah.
I believe that the Colts failed to check all the boxes that the Chargers did to get permission from Microsoft to use Minecraft. Because last year, you could see in the Chargers video, they did something based on The Sims. It says at the beginning.
Yes, right.
Not the 2M Sims, the 1M Sims.
1M Sims, right.
It says something at the beginning that they've got permission to do it. If you look at the Chargers at the beginning, it makes it clear they've gotten permission from Microsoft and Minecraft to do this. The Colts doesn't have that. And I think the Colts, and this, man, for all the money that they pay the people that work in the front office, where's legal? And people always say, oh, the lawyers are trying to justify their existence by making issues when one isn't there. Well, it's better to do that and just whiff. Like, oh, sure, hey, we're going to do Minecraft. Sure. No, it's no issue. Just go ahead and use the licensed commercial. Like, if anybody knows what it means to throw your weight around with intellectual property, it's a freaking NFL. And they're just going to infringe on somebody else's IP and just, oh, I don't know. I didn't know. It's unbelievable. But I believe that's what happened. That they did this Minecraft video, coincidentally with the Chargers doing theirs. And the Chargers was better. There were aspects of the Colts video that was humorous, but the Colts was not as well done as the Chargers, but it also wasn't as buttoned up as the Chargers. The Chargers had the permission, and the Colts didn't. And Occam's razor strikes again. I believe that's why the Colts pulled the plug on their video. They were afraid of getting sued by Microsoft for infringing on their intellectual property rights.
Hard to believe, honestly. It really is. It actually is shockingly hard to believe. Like you said, the NFL is usually very buttoned up in those areas, always worried about that. Like you said, who knows about copyright infringement and stuff like that better than the NFL. They don't want you to use anything of theirs. You got to pay an arm and a leg to show a 1 second highlight of something. So
unless you don't pay them anything at all, then you're fine.
Then you're good. But it is shocking. Yeah, I guess they won't be hanging a banner of the upper quartile of the upper quartile best schedule release videos.
No, that's awesome. That is great. I'm gonna make that joke when I do the article about why I think it was the Minecraft thing. Now they're gonna hang a banner saying violated Microsoft IP 2025. Yes.
No problem. I won't charge you for that copyright infringement either. No problem, buddy. You can have it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I wasn't going to ask permission, and then I would have deleted the article. It shows PFT Live. We're talking all about the schedule release today, obviously. 272 games get dropped all at once. I mean, we had a handful of them, but it is overwhelming to have them all.
Oh, it is.
I still think, even though, because people are like, they're releasing more of these games early than ever before. They're really not. They still do one a day or two a day, and the international schedule gets released all at once. Like, it really isn't any different, but they should take a whole day and make it about the Monday Night Football schedule. Take a whole day, and this is the Sunday Night Football schedule. This is the Thursday Night Football schedule. These are the holiday games.
I agree with
There's
you,
a way
Mike.
to do this.
Yeah.
So it still doesn't feel like an avalanche, because it
Right.
still feels like when 8 o'clock Eastern rolls around on schedule release night, it's like, well, what do I look at now? What do I do now? What schedule release video do I watch? How should I spend my time? What stories should I focus on? What angles should I try to figure out? It makes your head spin.
Well, it's the first thing you do. Like, I'm a homer. I'm a fan. So the first thing I do, and I know we're going to talk about some of these, so I don't want to break it down. But the first thing is I go to the Giants schedule, honestly. As a Giants fan, I did. I wanted to just see the complete schedule. So I went on to NFL Jesus right away, even though the show was on. I just was like, wait, I want to see the whole thing in totality. So that was the first thing I did. Then I check on my buddy out there in San Francisco and John Lynch and Shanahan and see what that looks like for them, because I'm always rooting for that crew out there. But yeah, that was kind of my first thing to do. And then I started to kind of just jump around to the major, the teams we know are in the Super Bowl window, teams that we think will be in the playoff window, the contenders, and I kind of took that process as the show was on in the background, and I was flipping to the Knicks and the Celtics a little bit in the playoff basketball game too, so I had it all going on.
Well, now we know who's committed to NBC and who isn't. Because the first thing I did was look at the Sunday Night Football schedule. That was the first thing I did. And the second thing I did was I looked at the Steelers schedule, not because they're my second favorite team.
That was up there for me too, though. Yeah.
I wanted to see how many
Right.
primetime games they got.
Right.
And what other placement they had for some of their key games, because we still don't know whether or not Aaron Rodgers is going to be with the Steelers. We're going to talk about the Steelers schedule later in the program. So that was kind of my flow. And then it was just whatever happened to hit my radar screen. My son was texting me different things that he saw. He's the one that alerted me to the fact that the Colts schedule release video had been deleted. I tried to watch some of them. The Chargers video, I don't recommend watching it when you're in that initial moment of being overwhelmed with all the information, because you feel like I can't study the Chargers video for all the awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's other stuff out there. But, man, I want to keep watching this. And I kept going back in the video to see what I was missing, because they crammed so much great stuff into that video. You need to watch it 15, 20 times to really catch it all.
Right. No,
and they had a lot of awesome stuff in the close. They made it like closing credits where they scroll their schedule. That's where they had the Jordan Schultz and Rappaport fight. There's a shot at Tyreek Stevenson, the Bears defensive back, from when he was taunting the fans in Washington before the Hail Mary. Like, that's their catch-all to make fun of any team or anyone that isn't naturally in their schedule. So it's just a lot that's happening, and it goes from 8 until probably 11. It starts to subside, but it's a fun night. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.